Welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Definitive Yo-Yo, and I'm simply Mike. Today, we're going to consider what's fantastic in the plastics for early 2021. So, the line between a good yo-yo and a bad one is not simply a matter of plastic versus metal anymore. No. Some of these yo-yos sit quite comfortably next to a well-made metal yo-yo. In terms of performance and comfort, they stand on equal footing. And today we have 5 to discuss, including the Crystal, the Speedaholic, the Serenade, and the Mojo. But eagle-eyed viewers will say, hey, that was only 4, and you're right. The 5th one that we'll begin our discussion with is the Overthrow by Yoyo Factory. A yo-yo that I'm neither going to purchase or review because I hear bad things about it. Namely, that it's made from some off-the-shelf pieces that left over from a 9 Dragons. And check this out.
It's about the same as any average yo-yo. And here, I'm gonna try and land a finger spin. Oh man, dude.
Now, while the 9 Dragons was pretty cool and interesting, this Overthrow is nothing like that. You can make it cool with a little personalization, but overall, this yo-yo is a big no. And it's a pure example of fantastically bad. Sorry, Yoyo Factory. Next up, the Mojo by Tapio. Tapio didn't make a name for themselves with this yo-yo, but it did help. And it was created with some Western sensibilities in mind, making it a little fuller, a little wider, and a little more purposeful on the string. Currently, it's available in a lot of colors, mostly the pastels. This thing has been out for a couple of years. And this one, that creamy, look like vanilla bean, that's nice. I, however, was able to score one of the last clear yellow ones. I like that. We also have the Frozen, which is about 10 times more expensive. But as a good entry level yo-yo, this thing plays exceptionally well and feels real good in the hand. I don't make a lot of mistakes with this yo-yo. Some other yo-yos play a little thinner, but this one, being a little wider, a little fuller, is a little more user-friendly. And my only regret is that I didn't get it sooner. If you haven't yet gotten one of these yo-yos, they are still available, and I do recommend that you make the purchase because this one plays pretty nicely, and I'm willing to make it my everyday carry. We shouldn't be too amazed at Tapio. They do good work. And for this yo-yo, I'm going to say, nice job. Coming up next, the Magic Yo-Yo Crystal. A review for this yo-yo already exists on my channel, and there's not too much that I can add to that review except to say, this is a dope little entry-level situation. Magic Yo-Yo gives you that variety and the options, so that if you're just starting with yo-yo, you can work on the basics. Or if you want to get into a little bit more advanced, you swap out that bearing, and this thing will take you all the way to professional level with just one yo-yo. As far as its play is concerned, it does play a little thin, and it's a smaller yo-yo, which makes me think it's geared toward children and entry-level players, but us adults do and should get it in when we can. Next up, our daring situation, the Serenade by Thxx Yoyos. Thxx has recently thrown out the hypothesis the second version of this yo-yo, and from what I'm hearing, it's pretty dope. But this is the Fantastic Plastics, and we're going to talk about the Serenade just a little bit. The Serenade is Thxx Yo-Yo's most popular throw by far. Quite a few people have gotten up on this yo-yo. It's bubbly and it's super comfortable. The rims, powerful indeed, it's a masterclass in both power and comfort. And I was able to borrow this from my man, Jordan Linker. Good looking out. If you're not familiar, Delrin is a sturdier plastic than polycarbonate, but I wouldn't dare take this thing outside to prove that point. The yo-yo plays excellently. It's a little weighty. No, I wouldn't say weighty. It just feels solid because of all that Delrin. But there's a warmth to the yo-yo as well. Delrin usually feels milky. It's kind of hard to describe, but if you've played one, you know what I'm talking about. At any rate, this is an excellent yo-yo, and I'm glad I had time with it. I see exactly why people love this yo-yo. I'm really not in the mood to make any purchases at the moment, but Thxx yo-yos, you guys got a vote of confidence from me, for real. Next up, our most competition-oriented yo-yo thus far, the Speedaholic Thxx by C3 Yo-Yo Design. This is the most performance-driven yo-yo in this series and this shootout. And it's the longest spinning. So if you got stuff to work on, this is the best option for you. Aerodynamic and metal in the center where it counts. This thing is an incredible option for you if you want to take your yo-yo skills to the next level. Again, I've already reviewed this yo-yo, and I get into the wheres and why-fors in that video, so there's not too much to add here, except I did save the best for last. Not to take anything away from the 3 previous good yo-yos. I'm still looking at you, Overthrow. But this yo-yo does operate on another level. I was very surprised when I first started playing it because I had an earlier version of the Speedaholic, and that was good. But this, yeah. This is one of the best yo-yos in recent memory as far as plastics are concerned. And it's agile too. Zippy, whippy, and ready to go. Okay, that's it for this shootout. These have been some pretty good plastic yo-yos to consider and have fun with. If you can't get up on some, by all means. But check out what we get into for next time. In our next video, we're talking levels. I'll explain what that means next week. In the meantime, peace.